In this video, we're going to calculate the lower and upper estimates for the area above the x-axis and below the function f of x is equal to root of 4 minus x squared with 4 rectangles. That is, n is equal to 4. So let's start with the function. That's y is equal to root of 4 minus x squared. Let's square both sides. We get y squared is equal to 4 minus x squared. Let's bring over the minus x squared to the left-hand side. We get x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. This is an equation of a circle with radius 2 and is centered at the origin. So that's the circle that we have drawn here. The area of this circle is going to be pi times radius squared divided by 2. But the radius is just 2. So that's pi times 2 squared divided by 2. That's going to be 2 pi. So basically, we're trying to get an upper and lower estimate for the shaded area that we have here. Let's shade that in. So basically, we're getting an estimate, upper and lower, for this shaded area. All right. So for the upper sum, we have 4 rectangles. Delta x is equal to b minus a over n. That's going to be 2 minus 2 divided by 4. That's just going to give us 1. That's the width of every rectangle. So now the function is f of x is equal to root of 4 minus x squared. We're going to evaluate these x values. So at x equals minus 1, f of minus 1 is root 3. And f of 0, plug x equals 0 into x. And we get f of 0, that's 2. And f of 1 is root 3. Plugging x equals 1 into f of x. And we get f of 1 is root 3. All right, let's do the upper sum. So upper sum is equal to, now in the interval between minus 2 and minus 1, we're going to choose a right-hand point to get an overestimate. That's going to be f of minus 1 times the width of 1. And in the interval between negative 1 and 0, we're going to also choose the right-hand point to get an overestimate. So that's going to be f of 0 times 1. And that's because the function is increasing, so you have to choose a right-hand point to get an overestimate. Now, in the interval between 0 and 1, we have to choose the left-hand point to get an overestimate because the function is decreasing. That's going to be f of 0 times 1. And the interval between 1 and 2, the function is decreasing, so we have to choose the left-hand point. That's f of 1 times 1. Now, all of these functional values have been evaluated. F of minus 1, that's root 3, times the width of 1. F of 0 is 2 times 1. F of 0 again is 2 times 1. And the f of 1, that's just root 3 times the width of 1. Let's add these up. We're going to get 2 root 3 plus 4. This is the upper sum. Upper sum. The exact area, so the exact area we computed that before, and exact area is equal to 2 pi. All right, now let's work on the lower sum. We have 4 rectangles. Delta x is b minus a over n. That's going to be 2 minus 2 divided by 4 is equal to 1, same width as before. And we have f of x is equal to root of 4 minus x squared. That's our function. F of minus 2 is going to be 0. F of minus 1, plugging x equals minus 1, that gives us root 3. F of 1 is also root 3. And f of 2 is 0. So for the lower sum, notice that the function is increasing and we want a lower sum, so we have to choose the left-hand point. So in the interval between minus 2 and minus 1, we choose a left-hand point. That's going to be f of minus 2 times the width of 1. And in the interval between negative 1 and 0, we also choose the left-hand point to get a lower sum. That's going to be f of minus 1 times 1. Now, when x is larger than 0, you can see how the function is decreasing. So in the interval between 0 and 1, we have to choose the right-hand point to get a lower estimate. That's going to be f of 1 times 1. And the interval between 1 and 2, we have to again choose a left-hand point to get we have to choose a right-hand point to get an underestimate. That's going to be f of 2 times 1. All right, all of these values have been calculated. So f of minus 2, that's going to be 0 times 1. F of minus 1, that's root 3 times 1. F of 1 is basically root 3, it's the same, times the width of 1. And f of 2, that's 0 times 1. Let's add these up, we get 2 root 3. This is a lower sum. Lower sum. And the exact area, we've computed that before, that's exact area is equal to 2 pi. All right, let's look at a summary. So we computed the lower sum to be 2 root 3. We computed the upper sum to be 4 plus 2 root 3. Let's decimalize these numbers. So 2 root 3, if you decimalize it, is approximately 3.464. The upper sum, if we decimalize it, is approximately 7.464. We also have the exact area, which is 2 pi. And the decimal approximation is 6.283. So you can see how the exact area is less than the upper estimate and larger than the lower estimate. All right, thanks.